Welcome to YLC, the Young Leaders Committee that promotes and grows youth leadership that ensures the future leaders lead from today by educating and inspiring them to soar higher and higher.
Welcome to the Young Leaders Committee, the leadership channel for growing and supporting leaders in all spheres of life. Today, we will explore a leadership glue called humility. While it could present you initially as a fool or someone to brush aside, eventually it will keep those who encounter your humility. It will keep them. It will make them want to meet with you again and again. And so we want to begin by saying character matters. Both in life and in leadership, character matters. It determines or affects many things. Among the essential attributes required for great success in leadership is humility. Humility in leadership signifies leaders' ability to acknowledge their limitations, seek feedback, and value the contributions of others. It demands that leaders be aware of their strengths and weaknesses and remain open to new ideas and perspectives while fostering a more collaborative and effective team environment. C.S. Lewis says, humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. To think less of yourself is to belittle yourself. It's to say that what you have isn't there, and this is falsehood. But at the same time, you strive to ensure that you don't think more of yourself or project yourself over and above others. That's the import of that statement. To want to fix yourself wherever the grass is green or where accolades will be given to you is what we need to intentionally avoid as leaders who want to be identified as humble. Let's now take a formal shot at humility. Humility at its core, according to a scholar, involves a realistic and modest view of one's own importance and abilities. It's a multifaceted trait that could be cultivated through intentional practices. To have a good perspective of humility, let's consider the opposite of humility. Pride and arrogance come quickly to mind. Pride is the exaggerated self-esteem, that is, thinking of and presenting oneself higher than the person really is. This is usually with the intent to place self above others. It carries the feeling of superiority that may or may not be true. It is the quality or state of being proud, that is, having or displaying excessive self-esteem. According to Merriam-Webster, arrogance is an attitude of superiority manifested in an overbearing manner or in presumptuous claims or assumptions. That's arrogance. And these are the exact opposites of humility. Before we look at what leading with humility is, here are some examples offered by Sarah Cordina of what isn't humility. You may agree with her, you may disagree with her. I want to go through a few of them. It's a fairly long list. Sarah says, they are proud and fiercely defend their pride. That is, those who don't have humility, those who are proud or have pride, they are proud and fiercely defend their pride. They are arrogant, egotistical, and pretentious. They focus on the failings, weaknesses, and shortcomings of those around them. They won't admit their own weaknesses and shortcomings. They hold their viewpoints, believe that they are right and everyone else is wrong. They have an inability to use the word sorry. I'm sorry is probably not in their diary. If anyone disagrees with them, they become hostile, irritable, and negative. They generally have a negative outlook and complain a lot. Furthermore, Sarah says, they would feel insulted and get angry at the suggestion of participating in personal or professional development. They see themselves as above certain daily tasks within the organization. They rarely say thank you or render praise for what has been done, but instead deliver criticism on what hasn't been done. Now, we can turn to some characteristics of a humble leader. This will help us to identify leaders who are truly humble. 1, they have the ability to promote, include, and uplift others. A humble leader will always listen, acknowledge, and promote the talents of their team members whenever it is possible. 2, acknowledge their skills gaps. Humble leaders understand that they aren't perfect, and they usually don't hide that truth. 3, invite feedbacks. For instance, before making a decision that will affect your employees, you are expected to seek their feedback. That's a sign of humility. They are thankful and appreciative. A humble leader gives thanks, and you are being encouraged to give appreciation to people that contribute to your success. We will see more later, or will repeat these same facts, but in some other ways in this episode. Let's proceed to look at core elements of humility. Research shows that there are 3 key actions that reveal or display humility. 1, recognizing your own shortcomings and limitations, followed by appreciating others' strengths, giving credit where it's due, and highlighting the team's success over your individual achievements. And thirdly, showing openness to learn from others. Let's flip the coin around and look at what we title Key Aspects of Humility in Leadership. These are ingredients of humble leaders that deserve attention and intentional acts. Leaders must pursue them with vigor and grab them. You need to pursue them and get hold of them. Number 1, self-awareness, which is understanding your own strengths and weaknesses. 2, openness to feedback. 3, appreciation of others and having a willingness to learn, as well as a focus on the greater good. You must have a focus on the greater good. Humble leaders prioritize the team's success and the overall goals of the organization over their own personal ambitions or ego. Are there benefits of humility in leadership? Let's look at benefits or importance of humility in leadership. Humility is essential in leadership and pays handsomely. The benefits of humility in leadership include: 1. Increased trust and respect. Humility builds trust and respect among team members when they see the leader as approachable and willing to learn. Next, improved collaboration. Humble leaders are more likely to collaborate with their team members, which leads to better problem solving and decision making. Next, greater innovation. Humble leaders are more likely to encourage innovation as they are not afraid to take risks and try new approaches. In essence, humility in leadership is about fostering a culture of learning, collaboration, and respect, where everyone feels valued and empowered to contribute their best. Humble leaders create environments where employees feel valued, empowered, and motivated to excel. For example, when faced with a challenging project deadline, a humble leader openly acknowledges the team's collective efforts and expresses gratitude for their hard work. This recognition can boost morale and instill a sense of ownership among team members. Humility fosters higher levels of employee engagement, innovation, and overall performance. When leaders admit their weakness and encourage open dialogue, team members in turn feel comfortable sharing ideas and perspectives. This cultivates a culture of creativity and collaboration, where diverse viewpoints are welcomed and innovative solutions are encouraged. By fostering a culture of humility, leaders empower their teams to take risks, learn from failures, and drive continuous improvement. When employees feel valued and respected, they are more likely to invest their energy and talents in achieving shared goals, in leading to greater organizational success. Building trust and authentic relationships require leaders to demonstrate humility in their interactions. Leaders can strengthen trust by being transparent and honest, admitting mistakes, and taking ownership of failures. They can also promote inclusivity and diversity by actively seeking input from all team members and valuing their unique perspectives. Let's see and make some suggestions about the practice of humility. You will still see some semblance with what we have said, but now we are looking at verbs, actions we need to take. Recognize your strengths and weaknesses. Listen to others. Practice gratitude. Refuse to allow errors to matter and keep you from expressing gratitude. That's what we mean. Practice gratitude. Admit your mistakes. Show empathy, deep concern, and be teachable, and let it be obvious to others that you are teachable, you are open to suggestions and other perspectives. Next, serve others. And finally, practice self-reliance. reflection. Humility requires a visible recognition of others. Humble leaders consistently shine the spotlight on team contributions rather than claiming credit. They may prefer to mention team members by name and celebrate the success of others publicly. By way of recap, as we come to the end of this episode, here are some examples of humility in the workplace. And the first is acknowledge and celebrate team successes. Instead of taking sole credit for a project success, a humble leader will publicly credit the entire team and recognize their collective efforts. Next, accept constructive criticism. It's being open to feedback and willing to learn from mistakes rather than becoming defensive. Next, ask for help and advice. This is an understanding of the fact that you don't have all the answers and you readily seek assistance from colleagues or from mentors. Next, when you are wrong, admit it. Humility requires that leaders own up to their mistakes and take responsibility for their actions. Next, value diverse perspectives. Humility encourages actively listening to different viewpoints and being open to learning from colleagues with varying backgrounds and experiences. Again, practice gratitude. This is expressing appreciation for the contributions of others, which can in turn create a more positive and supportive work environment. Next, you are required to lead by example. Humble leaders think more of their practice than those of the people they lead. They give premium to their roles and lives more than those of the people they lead. Next, be open to new ideas. Humility involves being receptive to new ways of thinking and doing things, even if they differ from established practices. Next, build strong relationships. A humble leader will cultivate a sense of trust and friendliness among team members by demonstrating genuine respect and valuing their opinions. Thank you very much for listening. Did you pick anything new? Were you challenged in any way? Do you disagree with any thoughts expressed here? Is there something you would like us to know? Please send them to the comment section of this video or send them to us by email using the address on the screen. We wish to inform you that our international forum has commenced. We held another quiz last month. The prizes are handsome and worth the effort. Decide to be part of the next. For your information, our quizzes come in February, May, August, and November. Thanks for your time. Bye.